R41 build is turning out fantastic. The real problem though with the back bumper is that we can't see out of the rear view mirror. And when I say you can't see anything, you really can't see much. So in today's video, after doing a lot of research, we decided to go on Amazon, do some perusing around like we normally do, and we purchased a pretty cool product. So what do we order? We got the Wolfbox 930 unit right here. This is a 10-inch, like a smart rear view screen, and what it does is actually pretty neat. We got the 10-inch, and what's neat is that this actually has camera inputs and all sorts of sensors in it, and it will give us a digital rear view mirror. I had one of these before on my Ram 1500 Limited back in the day, and I loved it. It was with a flip of a switch underneath, and you got the camera view of the back end instead of having to look through the actual rear view. Biggest problem with having a Jeep, especially like this, is the tire. When you go up to a 37, a 40, it typically blocks everything. This is going to give us a full digital feed of a rear view camera, and we can leave it on or turn it off no matter how we want. Another cool thing is that if I peel this off, it's got a dash cam. So when Ryan's like going around and he's at the Target parking lot and you know he's getting out to go get a Starbucks Frappuccino, and this lady's like, no, that Jeep definitely ran into me. We got the dash cam now. 64 gigabyte built-in micro SD card. That's pretty cool. And that's like the same Lexar use those, don't you? That's actually a decent SD card too. I think it has like the rolling delete, so it'll last like 30 days or 10 days or something like that. Type-C USB port in the top, AV in, and a GPS. I don't think we're gonna hook the GPS up because that's to like monitor speed, but we ordered a couple things to come with it. So the way that you see it here, you have to buy 2 adapter brackets. There's like a universal bracket, and then this is actually a Jeep JL and JT specific bracket here. You can just take this kit and use like rubber straps and strap it on to your original rear view. We just didn't. I think like if you're gonna do it, like, I don't know, do it. So we ordered the kit, the 179 bracket, and with our Jeep, we can use it because we don't have any sort of adaptive cruise control, anything going on in the stalk there. So we're gonna remove all that, bolt this up, and then it'll be permanently up there. The other thing that you've gotta do with this is we do have a camera. So this is the secondary Wolfbox camera. I'm not gonna lie to you, it actually feels like, I don't know, it's pretty beefy. Like it's a decent sized camera. It's not like one of those really cheap ones that we've seen before. It comes with a mount that you can kind of move and adjust here, some 3M brackets, some strips, and then we've got the wiring here for the actual unit. This was a separate purchase as well because what comes with it is like a car charger port, and that's not gonna fly with us. So we ordered a couple other things. This is a direct hardwire kit, and it gives you a couple leads here. So ground, positive, and then ACC, so accessory wiring, so that way it knows when it's on and off. And what's cool about this is we can wire it up pretty simple, and then the USB-C is there. Got some fuse tabs from them. We got an extension for the rear view camera, just in case. I didn't know how long or how we're gonna wire it up, so I got the longer one. I think they sell them up to like a 200-foot length. If you have like an RV, you can get like a crazy long one of these. So I've seen a lot of guys on the forums writing up, hey Matt, what kind of dash cam are you gonna go with? What are you gonna do with this stuff? I think this is gonna be a good solution. So step one, we kind of got this a little bit pulled down. It actually is all just push pins in the center, at least on our 24, and we already pulled the mirror off. On the base mirror like this, all you have to do is twist it. We twisted it, it would be clockwise, and this actually will pop out. This is a fight that I learned on my dad's Jeep. Just twist it clockwise and this will pop out. And then the bracket up here is the same size as that 179 bracket. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna just leave this unhooked like this, and the problem or the fight of doing any of these is you wanna get all the wiring up to here. So we're gonna probably run it along our passenger side, and we're gonna pull off some of those trim panels over there so we can not only run the wire out to our engine bay, but then we've gotta run the wire down and back to the rear corner. We got the mirror out, we got this kind of pulled down. Let's get some of that trim over there off. Depending on what trim you have, 2 10 mils over here. You just gotta pop the caps off of the grab handles. I believe all of them are 10 mils. Some of the earlier JLs might have been like Torx bits. And then with those 2 bolts removed, this can kind of pull here. It's a little bit more trapped, but we still have plenty of access. There's actually, look at that. That's airbag stuff right here. So this has been pulled off. This is just, once again, some push clips up into this portion. What I'm looking to do is be able to run the wire behind the A-pillar grab handle and then up there into the center. The next thing I want to do, so now that we got this kind of removed, we're just going to work our way down through with trim panels because I want it to all tuck under here. I'm very particular about wiring, and I want all of it to be run from the back very smoothly. Now we're gonna have to see how we get it from the engine bay into here. There are some points that we can, and then also if your Jeep has the factory auxiliary switches, there's actually a wire behind this that is a factory or like an engine on and off trigger. It's pretty cool. I've never used it on mine either, Ryan. I didn't even know it till the other day. There's a 5th wire if you have aux switches, and when your Jeep turns on, it gives it power. And then when it turns off, it shuts off. So it's like an added bonus of the 4 auxes. I don't think our Jeep has it, so. Just getting this trim panel popped. We can set that down below. Then we're gonna start tinkering with some of this stuff and getting all this out of the way. Don't worry, Ryan, I know what I'm doing. Dude. Hey, you want this sticker? Sequence 82416000 rack ID. This Jeep was built October 24th, 2024 at 6:55 a.m. Look it up and see if it was a Friday, because that would explain the engine issues. So this is a shout out to Luke Edward, who actually said use one of these holes. You have an existing hole for a camera mount. I don't think that would look bad here, and the tire doesn't block it. And then I could also run the wire right in through here into the tailgate, and then up front, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it has to be triggered. There's like a loose trigger wire back here where it has to go into a positive. So we're gonna we'll use one of the DRC taillight harnesses to give us like a running light. But I'm thinking about drilling this out and just using this location. I think that would be really nice right there. My only fear is that when the tire's flipped, you might like catch the edge of the tire compared to like somewhere like down here. You know, if it was sitting like this, you wouldn't see it, but then it's kind of protrusive. I don't know. K & Cut drill bits, made in the USA. We didn't get to shout these out because I only got them after my Bikini 392. Look at these drill bits. They have step bits on the end of them. It cuts so nicely. We were drilling into this bumper to do different things, into the fenders, into all sorts of stuff, and it like cuts. It's like butter. And plus they come with all sorts of like different sizes too. I don't know, I'm such a huge fan. We had a chance to meet them at Smoky Mountain. They gave us a set of these, and I wish we had them when the 392. When I was cutting and drilling everything, this would have been perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna drill it out, start a little bit smaller here. Extension with a deep socket is necessary for this. Good location for it right there. Still have a little bit of adjustment too. That should be perfect. I don't know, it looks more hidden. It doesn't look like it's an afterthought. Yeah, guys, so we're also fully understanding this is a 2025 and it wouldn't have had a digital rear view back in 1941, but it wouldn't have had half of this stuff either. So we wanted it to work better on the road, and we're just showing you. So if you guys aren't recreating a World War II build, you just want some more visibility, we'll let you know how it works in the end. Yeah, I'm gonna unplug this. So guys, what we're gonna do also, we've already got the DRC taillight extension harness in here to power the running lights for our license plate lights. What I'm gonna try and do, which you guys shouldn't do, is trim this in here a little bit and grab the running power right off of this section so I don't have to disassemble all of that because it's hardwired. Remember when we did that? What I'm gonna do is get it all into here and get this to be triggered by the running light and not the reverse light. I wanna be able to access that rear view at any time when the running light's on. So if you guys have a 4-door and you want to route the wiring nicely like this and tuck it under these pieces, this is all we've got left, like coming out of that section. So we've got, I don't know, maybe a good 6 feet left. A 4-door is 2 extra doors. You might want to get the extension one. We'll leave the links for everything we bought. We didn't use some of it, but it's almost like if you have it here while you're doing the install and you do need it, you might as well just pick it up, and then if you don't use it, just return it to Amazon. So, but yeah, this is going to be perfect for a 2-door, but this is the avian feed for the actual camera. So this is going to route. I tried to make everything as nice as we can, so we've even pulled off this little panel here to tuck it up really nice, and that's going to run all the way up and over into the new unit up there. But yeah, all the trim removed front to back just for this wire. All right, so we're going to wire this tucked behind the edge of the cowl panel. The taser system that we have in Ryan's Jeep kind of did the same thing. I wanted to get it up underneath with the main body plug and just have it pop through, but in reality, that is a metric ton of work. So we're just gonna pop this off, run it behind here. So we're gonna get our wires. This end has to go here in the engine bay, and we're gonna tuck them up underneath here. I'm gonna cover it up with some sheathing too off camera, but actually, maybe I'll go grab some sheathing now. I'm gonna cover this up, put a little heat shrink on both ends, run it through. This command box will be on the inside of the cab, and then the other end is just basically a Type-C USB that just goes to the top. So we're gonna see how much extra we need. I think that should be, we're just gonna plug these both in to the unit, get it screwed in, and then I can pull all the excess back down through, tuck it up nicely, close everything up, and it should be working. Ryan, take a look behind us and see what the view's like without the mirror. Yeah. That's pretty much, I mean, that's even a high view. Like, lower your phone down, that's like kind of what we're seeing. And that's even clearer. And even out of this rear view without it turned on, we can't see anything. Now let's show you the magic. You ready? Oh wait, it's got a dash camera too. So we'll watch this. Split view, so that's rear view, front view, and then just the rear view. I'll give it a little caveat. You can see the tire if you go all the way up like this. But down around like here, which is kind of like straight on, tire's just in a little bit of a corner. We could put the camera over a little bit, I guess, if we wanted to be really particular about it, but I kind of like the location because it's very clean. But look at, like, I can actually see exactly what's behind us. You can adjust the brightness here. So if you're at nighttime, you can actually hit record. There's cameras, but then there's like all sorts of, oh, see, actually you can turn off the reversing. Look, you can even like adjust the reversing line, help center, time format, clock format, exposure. It's a ton of settings and actually like pretty responsive too. Okay, now it's recording, which I don't need it to record all the time. But yeah, this is slick. I gotta pull it out because it's really weird looking at that because it's such a corner there. We gotta pull it out and see what it looks like while we're driving. But I think this is gonna be, I don't know, I think it's perfect because the nice thing about the 10-inch like this too is when you have it like this, you can still get this down if you kind of have the mirror more straight. Now I would say get it down and then you can move it back to where you want, but it does hit it just a little bit. The 12-inch, they said online that like, yeah, good luck, you're not getting it anywhere. But the thing is, you don't really need to have the, you can kind of have it like that and it doesn't matter because you can still see the camera.
I like how it has the time, it has just information there.
Yeah, 12:30, it's the wrong time, yeah.
Yeah, and like accessing some of this stuff, like you can take a photo.
I don't know what that does.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, it goes like switches the cameras.
You can switch the cameras that way.
You can probably play.
This is where you can access all your files then. So if you need to access something when you do hit.
Yeah, when Ryan hits somebody at the parking lot.
Yeah.
Now the only thing that I don't like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the mic off because I don't want it recording like all of our inappropriate conversations in here about Broncos. Yeah, this thing's pretty, I don't know, screensaver? Oh, 10 sec, I don't.
You can put my
click tone off. Okay, yeah, that was annoying. It keeps like, I don't think we'll need it to like, oh, loop recording. 1 minute, so it like loops display modes. Front cam. Keeps like recording clips. I don't know, it's pretty neat. I think it was like 180 bucks for everything. Give it about 2 hours of wiring and I don't know. I'm excited to pull it out and see what it looks like on the road. You can also adjust the way this is sitting, the front camera. So watch this. Like you can move it on the back. So like that's a better dash cam right there.
Yeah.
Would it be clear enough for YouTube footage? It says 4K. Maybe on the SD card. It doesn't look as clear on here, but maybe in 4K. I don't know. Maybe when you export it. And there we go. If we want to see front and back, that's pretty. I like the front and back look. But why would you really? I don't know. I don't really need to see the front. I would rather just have it like that, like as a rear view camera. It's a whole heck of a lot better than seeing the tire, like there. Like that's about what a rear view I see, like right there. And just seeing a tire and two roto packs, that's what we need to have. Well guys, we're gonna close this one out here. This has been really fun, and I gotta say, I am extremely impressed by the results thus far. You can see I've got my 392 behind us here, really looking good. You can swipe it though, you got the front camera, which you can actually reach behind here and adjust the camera, which I think is really, really neat. Swipe it, and then you've got dual view, so the front camera and the rear camera at once. And you go back to the rear, and you can actually adjust this up and down. Maybe not left to right. No, not left to right. But a lot of features packed into this. It's probably going to take us a few days. We can stop recording here, put this on, and there's so much in here to even mess with. There's like 5 pages of it. Formatting the SD card, reverse lines, all that fun stuff. I actually wired ours to our running light, thinking that that was the only way for the reverse light to come on. When I turn the running light on, watch what happens. The lines come up. So I'm gonna have to redo my perfect wiring and run it to the reverse power. So when we put it in reverse, this pops up with the lines, but there I turned the running lights off. It goes back to normal. To be quite honest with you, I don't think you'd even need to tap it if you don't want to. What do you think, Ryan? Because like if I didn't tap it in, it would just stay like this all the time. I don't need to pop it into reverse to see those lines. I don't care about those because in a normal Jeep, like you have your reverse camera with the lines. And yeah, I'm impressed by it. So we'll see how it does after about 6 months, but you can still see a little bit of the tire, but definitely 10 times better. We can see what's going on behind us and we don't have to worry anymore. We can actually turn on the rear view and you can turn it off if you want. You just press the button, you can still see back. But yeah, I wanted to give a review of this and we needed something to fix this problem in our Jeep. And I think this just does that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time though, my name is Matt with Dirt Road CRED. Ryan's in the back seat filming, and we want you to get out there and earn yours.